So hi all, today we'll be talking about tuples in Python and how we'll be using it and what all the different methods which we often use while dealing with tuples we'll be discussing in today's lecture. So let's start, and today we'll be firstly checking that okay, what is a tuple? So a tuple is a data type. It's that category of data type in which those values are inserted, in which, like for the future purpose, will not be modifying them, and hence those variables will not be updated in any like in future uses. Hence, for those reasons, we'll be having a tuple inside our like daily uses. So whatever attributes or whatever values where no updates or modification is required, we generally recommend to use tuples so that in our best programming practice, it gets never updated on its own, since Python will throw an error and we'll be checking it that okay, whether we are able to modify the tuple or not. So let's start. Firstly, what we'll be doing is creating a tuple. So here is my statement. This is the command through which we'll be creating a tuple. Tuple generally comes in the parenthesis brackets, and hence we have used the circular parenthesis. And as you can see, I have given the examples also, which can never be modified. Like suppose gender is a one attribute which will never be modified. So mostly like there would be three values, or sometimes like other written other than others. Sometimes in nowadays when we are seeing the drop down, it can be written as not preferred to mention. So here like we use only these three values. So generally the gender column or attribute will never be updated. Hence tuple can be a successive and alternative option for that. So I have created a tuple with this attribute values like male, female, and others. Now how to access the items inside the tuple? Here also, using the square brackets and giving the index, I'm still reminding you that the index starts from 0 in Python, and while taking it from left hand side, it will be starting from 0, but in the concept of negative indexing, it will be starting from -1. So from right, the others would be having an index of -1. We'll be seeing both the examples. So okay, tuple has been created. Okay, I'll be just executing this part. How to execute? Shift enter, and you can see for this tuple 1, I have got the value as female, and for the tuple -1, we have got others. Okay, so this was concept of negative indexing. Now to check and if, like, are we able to modify tuple? This is the code of line which you'll be writing, and I'll be just checking that okay, now you can see the output. Here it is written tuple does not support item assignment. So that means we can't modify or update a tuple. Okay, that's why it is written as support item assignment. This can't be done in tuple. Okay, last and for all, I'll be commenting this part, and to just confirm that whether the tuple has been created, I'll be just checking that okay, what's the type, data type of tuple. It came and it shows us tuple. Okay, so here suppose we need to access the range of items. I've created a different tuple. This, see, like intentionally I have given the numbers and the alphabets inside a tuple so that it can be clearly like we can identify that tuple uh, entertains all type of values, like whether be it will be integer, float, or strings. We can create a tuple with any of those other data types. Okay, so here and this is the new tuple. To access the range of values starting from the first index inclusive, that is this is the second index, 0, first and second, that is the value will come from third till sixth, that is 6 will not be included till fifth of the index. So from 3 will be starting, that is 0, 1, 2 till 3, 4, fifth, that is b. First b will be included. Let's check. Okay, I'll be commenting this part as of now. You can see 3/5 A and B. The first B is already been included and not the next B. Okay, this is accessing the items in the range using indexing. Okay. Now see, there are most commonly methods which we use nowadays in our industry, and for tuples we have two types of method, that is dot count and dot index. So one by one I'll be showing you what does dot count shows. The dot count method shows that how many iterations, that means how many number of times this value is being present in the tuple. So let's check one time. If I check for B, two times, and here see, one is in uppercase C and one is in lowercase. Let's check for that what it will show. See, it's not counting the lowercase. Uppercase and lowercase are totally different within a tuple. Okay, but the uppercase and lowercase really don't matters in the Python programming while writing the code. It can be here capital T and small t. It will be same. Okay, so this was the first method. Now the next method, what it shows, the in dot index method shows that it will show, or the value which you will be giving inside the round brackets, it will show that at what position or at what index this B has been stored in the tuple. But here, since there are two B values, it will always give the first value, that is the start index of the value present inside. Okay, you can see fifth, 0 1 2 3 4 fifth. So first element with the value present inside will be given. For details of any method, what you can do, just press shift plus tab. When you press shift plus tab, it will provide you that okay, the tuple dot index, this first attribute is for value, so you need to provide value, and from where you need to start, you can even mention this. So suppose if I mention from fifth index, so let's check now what it will give. It will give at the starting position, that is fifth. Okay, so now when you give the starting index as 6, it will show the sixth index value now B. Okay, so this, using this shift plus tab, you can check the what all the attributes or what all the values you can pass for the method. Okay, now next is how to convert a tuple into a list. So see, suppose if sometimes there must be some specific scenario where there must have already been created a tuple long ago, but now at current scenario you need to modify that, and you don't need to update any other values, just you need to modify. So what you can do is, you can create a new variable, and you can convert, that is typecast, the originally written tuple into a list. Okay, I have done this, and now I can check that okay, what is it came. So this, now see, you can notice this is the square bracket, that means I am printing this list to tuple. So now what it has done, it has converted my tuple into a list over here in this variable. Now if suppose you need to modify the fourth index, so what you will be doing is, yeah, what I've done over here is I am modifying that value, that is 0 1 2 3 4 a element, the value of a, and I'm updating it to z. So now, and then again I am remodifying that tuple into our, let's rename it into like this, so that we'll be remodifying our the tuple which we created earlier. Okay, so now you can see I have modified also, and we have got back our original tuple with the modified element. Instead of a, now we have got z, that is it. Okay, so in this way we can do an operation of modification over tuple when like it's mandatory for us. Sometimes it's mandatory for us to do that. So this is one way to modify a tuple, and see, there are many ways, but this is one such way what I am discussing over here. Okay, so if you want to delete the tuple completely, then there is a del option. So you can just type in del, and you can write uh, the, the tuple name, and it will get deleted. Okay, so this is one, I'm just commenting this part. So now if we need to concatenate two tuples, this is the concatenation operator, and you can see we have uh, concatenated the tuple 2 and TPL, and we have successfully, I'm printing, and now you can see both the tuples elements, that is the original one this and the updated one TPL2. Now we have concatenated that. And the last, this is like in most of our programming logic, this type of checking for an item to exist, whether it is existing in tuple, uh, we many times use in our programming scenarios. So here I have even included this. So here I have taken a tuple for a gender column, and I am checking that whether instead of others, if there is none mentioned in that tuple, if we suppose need to check that okay, the third value is whether a none, if suppose we can't access the tuple. So I am checking that okay, if none existed that our tuple variable, if yes, then you should print none is in the tuple, else not present. I'm executing shift enter, and you can see not present. If here I have mentioned as male, so then we will check that okay, whether it is present or not. Yes, male is in the tuple, and hence it showed us in the output. So hope you are clear with this part and tuples in the list. Sorry, tuples in our Python lectures. And suppose if you have any doubt regarding this tuples, please mention in the comment section, and I will be happy to resolve it. Thanks for watching the lecture, and please hit like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.